This is honestly one of the creepiest games that I know of. And let me tell you why that is. There is something about Metroid Fusion that just lingers on long after the credits are rolled. Do you hear that echo? You might as well be the last person on Earth. And the only sounds you can hear are the drones and the hums of the last remaining machines that remind you of the people that used to be here. That is exactly how Metroid Fusion makes me feel. It's not jump scares, it's not gore, but it's something deeply psychological. A quiet kind of terror. From the very beginning, Fusion sets you up to feel alone. Not only are you infected by a strange parasite that left you in a very weak state, but you're also in space, on a biological space station, seemingly completely alone. No friendly faces, no civilization, just metal halls, cold lights, and something watching you. The sounds you hear are not music. They are hums, mechanical drones and distant clicks. It's lifeless, beeping through the station, reminding you that you are on your own and that you have no idea what just lurks in the depths as you go forward. A quiet before the storm kind of situation. The only real companion you can cling onto for at least some safety and comfort is a computer AI named Adam. The stops you make at the navigation rooms are one of the few times in the game where you actually feel some sort of safety. Feel like you are stepping out of the isolation and finally connecting with someone, even if it's just a computer. But even this small sense of comfort is something the game likes to take away from you. Experiences like this is how Metroid Fusion makes you feel watched, yet alone, all at once. Between objectives, when you walk alone to your next destination, the game does not hold your hand. There's a strange stillness to all of it. You're moving, but it feels like something else is moving too. And more often than not, the path you're given isn't the one you end up walking. One of the few reliefs and feeling of safety and control comes from when Adam gives you an objective. You know where to go, how to get there, and what to do. In a very strange way, you feel like someone's got your back. But then, obstacles come in the way, forcing you to change plans. You might have to find a new, alternate route to your destination. Suddenly you feel completely on your own again. And at all times, the Adam AI is one you cannot trust 100%. Are you being used? Are you being set up for a trap? You can never be completely certain. You can never feel truly safe in this game. And then there's the SAX. The very manifestation of the fear that I've been describing. It is somewhere at all times, but you can never know exactly where. And during your first playthrough, you never know when you can encounter it. It can happen at any moment around every corner. That's what makes it terrifying. A perfect clone of you, fully powered, emotionless, and utterly driven to destroy you. It's a doppelganger. It looks like you, but it is something else entirely. You never truly know when you will hear this metallic clink of the boots, or see that chilling zoom in on the cold, inhuman face. You are not hunting it is hunting you. And the longer the intervals are between your encounters with the SAX, the more painful the tension gets. The X-Parasites, the main enemy of the game. The parasite that almost killed Samus, but due to the Metroid vaccine, she can now absorb them to heal. That being said, their presence is still terrifying. They are small parasites, yet seem to be intelligent or have some very strong instinctual drive. The X-Parasites can absorb any life form and copy their forms. The terror in this is that almost every single entity you encounter in this game is an X-Parasite. The enemies, the bosses, even the human that almost wiped out the entire station. They're all fake. The fact that the X can mimic humans is in itself uncomfortable and makes for brilliant horror. It's one of the reasons analog horror has become as popular as it is, because it often tackles the topics of doppelgangers, unknown entities that looks like ourselves, but clearly are something else within. Metroid Fusion doesn't need long cinematic cutscenes or voiced dialogue. It lets you find things, both accidentally and organically. And this is the great things and one of the strong sides about older games that didn't have cinematic cutscenes available. Discoveries that you made were not accompanied by music and fancy camera angles that were very cinematic, and character reactions that tells you how to feel. By having limited scripted events, it allows discoveries to feel more natural. It feels like you discovered it, instead of the game congratulating you by telling you how you should feel. And all of this makes you feel even more alone, which is exactly what Metroid Fusion tries to do, and succeeds at. Like the secret laboratory in Sector 6. There is no dramatic sting. There is no "you found a secret" sound effect or message popping up. No cutscene that stops the gameplay, showing Samus approaching the lab and looking around with fancy camera angles. It's none of that. It's just quiet dread. You go there yourself, and the environmental storytelling does the rest. You are not supposed to be here, but you are. And what you find makes the world feel bigger, stranger. And due to the lack of forced reaction throughout any dramatic cutscenes, it all feels very authentic, real, organic.
Fire alert. This sector will soon be locked down. 60 seconds to isolation lockdown.
This is the point in the game where you also go longer and longer between navigation rooms to stop and talk with Adam, and where the directed path from point A to point B is more and more interrupted by new paths and directions. After the terrifying discovery in the depths of Sector 6, you could have a cutscene that shows Samus's confusion, accompanied by a thought-provoking music. But this, in my opinion, would completely ruin the moment. It would make the moment feel more grand, more filmy, more cinematic, rather than letting the moment breathe, where the player have to decide what to make of what they just saw. That is the power of the silent protagonist, and that is the power of minimal cutscenes. Metroid Fusion is not the longest game in the world, but it is unforgettable. The game tricks you into a false sense of security by having this AI robot, Adam, pointing you to which direction to go, feeling like you have a companion, and having some form of control and safety before shattering those expectations, and leaving you completely alone. It is exactly because of those expectations of having a set path that makes the exceptions, and when you have to explore on your own, that more powerful. The game is simply excellent at throwing twists and turns. Quite often, honestly. And it does it very well in an atmosphere that is, in my opinion, almost unmatched by any other game that I've played, at least. The game does not yell at you, it whispers. And sometimes, a whisper is all you need in order to feel like you are being watched.